Hey there, gamers all around. Welcome, welcome. Here I am again playing this war of mine. I like this war of mine. I play day 6 and 7. And of course I play through night 6 and night 7. I like playing it 2 days and 2 nights because I feel like I make more progress that way. So last time I played this game, I was a little bit of an idiot because I forgot to send Katia out and have Bruno and Pavle, I think his name is, go guard. So I forgot about that. I didn't even plan the night. I just clicked on, a certain location and just said go there. So I was a bit of a dum-dum, as you know. So, whoopsie doopsie, I accidentally did something I wasn't supposed to do, but I still got materials, so I was able to upgrade the workshop, which is something that I needed to do, the household workshop, because it's almost the end of the first week, so I like building boards, I like building weapons before day 11. Now sometimes you're not as lucky. Sometimes you're not as lucky as other playthroughs, but I like so the bargainer came to the door, so I had Katia finish up and run up trade, and I forgot that I had a mod in the game that was already active, and that was the fact that Franco is like a Walmart Franco, like he sells everything, and I didn't realize that till he came to the door and he had like 1,000 of everything, and I'm like, oh, whoa, wait, what happened to you? And then I thought to myself, oh, wait a minute, I remember, So now here I am, laughing at myself. Not laughing at myself, but laughing because I find it funny how, Franco, he has everything because of that one little mod that I had that I forgot about until he showed up. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is so cool. So decided to use some of my electric parts just because it's like I don't need electric parts right now, but I will need electric parts very soon. So that's why I tried to use them, but I tried being very merciful. Like, try using them very sparingly. And then I found a conduct pass, and I'm like, what are you? Because I never found a conduct pass in this game. I also see something else I never saw in this game. Wait a minute, that's something that I did see. That's like a broken helmet. I saw that like everywhere. Not everywhere, but certain places. And then Carla's note I found, and I'm like, what? No, there's like there's notes that you can find sometimes, and they tell you, hey, if you go over here, you'll find this. Or something like that, but then here I am finding a lot of other things, and I'm like, whoa, and then I decide, you know what, I'm gonna go take a weapon from you, because, I need better protection, so, I don't start off with a weapon first, of course, I just start off with materials, because I know that I need materials, so I'm looking through his stuff, and I'm like, okay, where's your materials? Katia is also good with, bargaining, so that's why I had Katia go up there. I was thinking about getting food, but then I went down and I'm like, wait a minute, I need materials. So I go get materials off of him. I get some components, I get some wood. Yeah, right now I'm taking a look at everything that he has right now, so I'm just being amazed. So I take some components, I take some wood. I think I might have took some parts. I'm not sure. Here I am taking some wood now, take some parts, okay. And then I go down a little bit more, and then I take a weapon. Because I know that I need a weapon of some kind to protect myself for like defense. So like day 11's nearby, so I take a weapon, and then he's like, hey, show me more stuff. So then I end up giving him the rest of my electric parts, even though if I didn't want to do that, because like I need electric parts for later in the game. But anyway, so I do that, and then he's like, alright, we can have a deal. And then I look and I notice that I'm missing empty shell casings. So that's what I look for now. I go up and then I find shell casings, and I can only take one. And I notice that he has some other stuff to trade to offer. Like he has diamond, he has other stuff. So I take some shell casings, because I know I need those to make weapons. So not weapons, but ammunition later. So I basically bought firearms. I bought materials, ammo, and a saw blade. I think I bought a saw blade from him, because like I never saw like him carry this stuff before. No, I didn't take the saw blade from him. Just a deal. There we go. And then I dismissed him, because like, but I'm really impressed that like that mod helped me, like really helped me. And I was like, okay, this is really impressive. I like this. Props on you for whoever made that mod. I don't know your name, but I found the mod on Steam one day, and I'm like, you know what? Subscribe, you know. And then I just, you know, said, hey, add this. And then I'm like, so I look around and see, hey, what do I need to do to upgrade my stove? And I notice that I need 10 more components. So I'm like, okay, so I gotta wait before I can upgrade my stove. And then I take a look. I notice I have lots of sugar cubes, lots of water. So I decide, you know what, I'm gonna make some more wine, make some more alcohol. And then I decided moonshine. That's what it is, not wine. So I make moonshine, and then I go back to make a filter and go back to make water, because that's something I need to make on like a daily basis anyways. So I go do that, and I think I send KT to bed after that. I'm not very positive. So yeah, here I am. I'm building filters, and then I go make some water, because that's something I should be making every day anyways. And it only costs a filter to make water, so it doesn't use fuel or anything, which I thought it did for some reason. So that's good. And then yeah, I sent somebody to bed. Oh yeah, I checked to see how much components I need to improve my metal workshop, because if I improve my metal workshop, then I can make ammunition, I can make saw blades and weapons and whatnot. So, you know, it's basically what I did. I just basically waited it out in case somebody came knocking on the door asking for help, and then I waited till it was close enough to, you know, get ready for the day, get ready for the night, actually. And then I noticed Bruno was sad, so I went looking for the radio, found the radio, sent Bruno upstairs to go listen to the radio, and also to check up on the news. So yeah, I update myself on the news, and then afterwards, like, I have Bruno listen to classical music, because you know, I've played, like, I've had experience with this myself, but, like, then I've read this on Steam. Well, not read this. Saw a review for this game. And it was showing you, hey, this is how you know, help your characters with their sadness. Like, if they feel sad, this is how you help them recover. And it's by listening to classical music, which isn't something that I would have never guessed. Like, what helps me apparently doesn't. I mean, everybody's different, but not gonna take the fault game at fault here. Great job, game developers. This is like one of my favorite games, anyways. Onward to the night. Alright, so here we go. I am having Pavle guard and Bruno guard, and then KTS gonna be the one scavenging. And I'm not gonna. I'm actually gonna look to see who's guarding and who's going on to scavenge this time. I'm not gonna do what I did last time. Last playthrough at the very end of the video when I just clicked prepare and then the location. I'm not gonna do that again. That was very stupid of me. And then I'm taking a look around, and then I notice I don't have a saw blade. Then I go back, and then I decide, you know what? I'm gonna go to a place I know I have a lot of trouble with, and I decided I'm going to the ruined villa. I clicked on the like squat area. But I didn't go to the squat area. It's like I'm looking for something that I know that I need, which is a saw blade. And I went back, and then I went to Ruined Villa. Anytime now. I clicked on Ruined Villa, then I went prepare, and I know that that's a place that I have consistent trouble with. And I decided, you know what? Today I'm going to learn. I'm not going to bring a weapon. I'm not going to fight. I'm going to stay hidden, and I'm going to see what can I do in the ruined villa. Like, because to me, like in the past, I always thought that like in the ruined villa, you need to have a weapon of some kind on you. Because like I'm thinking to myself, okay, so I need to like basically kill them to like clean out their house of like all the materials that I would find useful in the game, because that's usually how I do it. Here's my character warning me about undisciplined soldiers in this location, and like in the past with ruined villa, I've always had trouble playing this location in particular, because I always felt and thought that like in order to get past this area, I need to kill the residents of this house, otherwise it's going to be considered stealing, and that's illegal. And I mean, murder's illegal, but I was thinking to myself, in order to pass through this game, this area, I need to kill some people. And like I've tried, like genuinely I've tried to like kill the people living in this house. I was successful with killing someone innocent, but not the soldier. And I didn't get it. Like I wasn't being successful, and like I wasn't getting like, why am I having such a difficult time in this location? Why is it so hard for me? Because really this game isn't hard. There's tension, there's tension, and there's maybe a little bit apprehension that your character might die and you might lose progress and you might lose some characters, if you don't play the game right. And here I am looking for like stuff that I think that I will need, but then I run out of space and I'm thinking to myself, I need food. So here I am, I'm looking for the fridge, and then here I am, I hide. I hide because I see footprints coming up the ladders, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so maybe if I hide and maybe if I don't kill anyone, maybe I'll be okay. And you know, see that lady, she comes she comes through the door and she sees that the door is still open because I forgot to close it when I walked in. And she, you know, you see her reaction. Did someone open this door? Strange, you know? And they kind of laugh at that now. And then I'm waiting for her, and there's tension because she's in the door next, right? She's in the room next door, in the room that I need to get to, because there's a fridge there. And she's looking for something, but I know I can't just barge in there because she's in there. She will run away and probably call her husband, who is her husband, boyfriend, fiance, whoever, who is a soldier. And, you know, I saw his footprints too, so I decided, you know, I'm going to be very quiet. I'm going to look in, and I'm going to walk in. I'm going to run over to the fridge. I'm going to take the food. So I take their food, and then I scroll down. I notice there's other stuff that I could take, so I replace the wood with the teddy bear and the vegetables, because as I've noticed that's stuff that I could use. So then I run to the exit very quickly. Sure, I'm loud, but you know, I get away very quickly, so I made it. Here it is, day 7, so here's the progress that I made. And now I'm starting to learn how to play in Ruined Villa, because that's a location that I've always had trouble with in the past playing this game. Whereas I either end up severely wounded because I'm trying to fight, you know, the people living there, or I end up dead. So I'm trying to find another way. I'm trying to solve this game by doing something different that doesn't involve me necessarily running around with a weapon, trying to shoot first, ask questions later, and I'm trying to not do that, basically. I'm trying to be like, okay, so the review for this game specifically said, don't kill people unless you have to. That was my issue, is, you know, and when I did, because I noticed that, like, even if I went to, like, the school that was full of homeless people and I end up shooting them and killing them, that my characters end up severely depressed. And, like, this game is, I like the realism that this game has. It's like, hey, you do bad things to other people. If you kill them, if you steal from them, then your character is going to feel severely depressed. Eventually, your character will start feeling quote unquote broken and will refuse to do anything else. So, you know, I've you know, trying to learn my ways, and I'm trying to you know, go on a different path now. I'm trying to not come guns blazing into the ruined villa and try to, you know, shoot everybody down and then loot the place. I mean, that would be my reality because it's a video game. That's my tactic because this isn't real, this is a video game. But because this game likes being realistic, and that's why I like this game so much. This game is realistic. It gives you the perspective of civilians, of like people not in the army, people not in the military, people not on the battlefield. And it's like, hey, this is a survival game, whereas you don't have food. Walmart's not open, so you can't go into Walmart and buy food because Walmart's closed because there's a mass shooting happening or whatever. at Walmart, and now Walmart has to close its doors because it's now considered quote unquote a dangerous place. You know? So it's Walmart's no longer a safe supermarket to shop in. It gives that scenario case. It's like, hey, this is what happens when it's a World War, II, World War III, civilian side. People not in the battlefield, people at home, who's maybe their loved one, maybe their significant other, maybe their son or daughter-in-law or whoever is in war. And maybe then they had to live through the suffering of the possibility of they're not coming home because, like with war, with like battle, it's kill or be killed, and there is a very high possibility chance that their loved ones may not return home safely. And I just love that perception, that perspective that this game has, that realism that this game puts into perspective. Whereas, like, what if every night there could be, like, you could be robbed, you could be killed, you have to steal in order to feed yourself. Just to feed yourself, you need to, like, steal from other people, at night, so that way the cops aren't coming for you and throwing you in jail. I like that perspective that has that realism of that scenario case. I wish I could modify the game a little bit more. I would add characters that have different quality traits, like more than just good cook, loves children, fast runner, bargaining skills. Like, yes, those are all good skills to have in any, like, type of scenario case whereas this game plays, by the way. So, I like that sort of thing in this game. It gives that, okay, here's the skills of these characters, and they're good to have. But then, like, there's a moral side to it, to all of it. And yes, although war is hard. I mean, I don't know personally because I've never been to war. But what I mean to say is this, like, in any given scenario case, in this situation here, like, of, like, this game that gives, like, this perspective, this reality is like, hey, this harsh reality that, like, one day war might be so bad that you can't just walk on by to Walmart and get what you need and be done with the day, because Walmart's now a dangerous place. And people are scavenging like zombies looking for, blood to suck on. But that's besides the point. I really like survival games. In this game, it has that aspect of that survival game of that gives that scenario case of, like, what if this would be reality. I like that. I like that in the game, where it has that reality perspective. It's like, hey, what if? So that's why I love this game so much. That's why I've been playing it so often. It's because I like that sort of thing, especially in this type of game. Alright, so this is last night. I ended up getting a lot of loot. Hope you guys learned something from my, rants in this video. I mean, I don't usually rant in my videos, but today I did. I apologize if it was a little too much. But it's just what I think about. I'm wrapping it up here as I collect my very last items for the night, for the next day. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you learned something today. Over and out.
I tried to give away all I had. My mind was full of my mistakes. I've been too fragile through my life, and I'm missing you so bad. Don't know if I should call you back. You know it's getting dark inside my head. I feel there's something that is stopping me now.